We are now doing part 2 of the all signs. So like my camera is a little askewed. Hi Taylor. There it is, maybe. All right. Finishing up a quiz, able to mod in like 15 minutes. I shall be here. So Cancer, you're healing from something, okay? You may have like had to have recently got like stitches or some sort of open wounding, like you know how like when a scratch starts to heal, okay? It itches. All right, for some of you guys, this is a wounding, okay? Somebody's scratching. You could have an animal scratching at your door, all right? But a scratching of something old to see if there is an entrance point. Yeah, exactly, Taylor. Exactly that. All right. So, Cancer. I was getting Misa, okay? The Misa lady. Somebody's name could be Adam or last name Sandler, but I can't remember what movie. I think that's off of either Billy Madison or something like this, okay? Yeah, anyway, so chasing someone down to give or get property. Extra, read all about it. This person leaves their things behind because that's the only way they know to go about it. Oh, man. You know, once you see this shit, okay, and you see the inner workings of people, how they operate to get around, why they do things, okay, the shit, you can't unsee it, okay, and people wonder why I'm single, because I see through all this bullshit, okay, Lord, and I don't got no time, I don't. All right, Cancer, this person has purposely left one of their belongings, or perhaps you've tried to meet this person and give them their things back, okay, but the truth of the matter is they don't want it, okay, because that's they're able to scratch at your door through this object. They're able to have access to you through this thing, okay, and Cancer, you know, it's completely up to you, all right? You could just go ahead and drop this thing off, whatever this is, and leave it at their door. Maybe for somebody here, this is a pet, okay? Maybe you shared a pet with this person and they're like, oh, who's you, boo-boo, right? I miss my pet. But really, they miss you being their pet, okay? Take it how it resonates. But, okay, you may have an emotional attachment to whatever item this is, or maybe you don't know that this is happening, but this is why this is happening. Okay. Yeah, if you want to be done with the situation, you can easily drop this off at this person's address. Okay. And front door delivery, right? Extra, extra. Okay. That's outside your door. And or if there's a hit and miss, you could drop it off, with maybe their I don't know, okay? Or you could just like burn the shit in the middle of your front yard and be done with it. But there's some sort of emotional attachment here, okay? Yeah. Extra, extra, read all about it. This person leaves their things behind because that's the only way they know to go about it. Yeah, this person, they create distance, okay? And then their way back in is because they let you hold something. Maybe this is a shared pet, okay? Or this is a shared wounding, okay? Aw, thank you, Evelyn. So, yeah, basically that's what's going on here, all right? I'm hearing that song. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Perhaps this is an emotion. Like I said, there's an emotional leverage point here. And the transmission I did, this Karma Chameleon, okay, I believe that was a Libra transmission. Okay, Libra is the 7th house of partnership. But there will be further messages over there for you. This person's going to get a hold of you with an emergency. Maybe this emergency is right. They can't live another day without it. They need this item. They need this whatever this is. But really, honestly, they want you to fill the void space that they have. Okay? And yeah, so this Karma Chameleon is going to reach out to you, okay, and they're going to have a so-called emergency, but is it really an emergency, or is it because they want you to let them back in because they are scratching and pawing at your door? All right, some of you guys really do have a pet that ran away, okay, that's a side note. So yeah, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to us? I can't believe you did that. Reckless love. This is really why they want you to open the door. I'm seeing that door as an opening, right? Shocking news. I told you, there goes that Karma Chameleon. I have an emergency, okay? There goes that shared wounding I was talking about. And fed up. Yeah, somebody's sick of this, okay? Closing this cycle. No more rotten fruit. And you've been pretending to be busy, okay? Maybe you really are busy, or you're just too busy for this, okay? Or this person's been acting, yeah. This person's been acting fake, but too busy to come get this item, right? They only want this item when you're not available to give it, okay? Or they feel you moving on from this cycle. All right, Cancer, who you dealing with? I was going to use the new dice for you, but nah. All right, we're going to use the oldie but goodie. Scorpio, there goes that house of sex. Mars energy, more desire, right? But Scorpio, Aries, and in the 6th house, Virgo. So somebody could have Scorpio in the 6th, and or they could have a Mars in the 6th, or a Mars in Scorpio. This person's used to you being there, all right? Yep, they're used to this routine. This is cyclical for them, and it is Mercury retrograde, okay? Lord. What's your energy? What's Cancer's energy? Cancer, you're getting generosity. Okay. The flow of giving and receiving and healthy is healthy. Everyone thrives in hoarding. You're holding on to this. All right. Yeah. And collaboration. Defeat. A painful ending. Okay. So you do, you know this isn't healthy, all right, and you do want an ending. Okay. You've been really busy with work here recently. Okay. And this person sees you as giving to everything else but this. All right. And yeah, you kind of are holding this, whatever this is, okay, over this person's head. And I'm going to be honest with you, in order for you to close out this cycle, okay, you have to get rid of that object or whatever, okay? Yeah, some of you guys are in a third party, okay? You haven't fully closed the door to this person, but you have already moved on physically, not energetically. Cancer, the Daywalker and the Dreamwalker. You've been dreaming about this person, okay, and subconsciously, you may think that you have walked away from this person, but subconsciously, okay, there's a hook here still. One moves consciously through the waking world, the other journeys between realms, hidden to the eyes. And I'm also seeing this hidden to the eyes. Once you see this, why this is happening, why this person does this, okay, or perhaps your unconscious behavior of why you do this, okay, you're not going to be able to not see it. The embodied and the disembodied. A cosmic womb that sustains life and the soul between lives together. And I remember how I said in the very beginning, okay, the door, the opening, okay. Here is another one. We have this picture of rotten fruit here, and right, we have the womb. Okay, there is an emotional attachment and there is a sexual cord here. Okay, and for somebody here, like I said, you have physically moved on, and this person has either dreamt of you and this new person, and or they feel the tug of war on the cord that they have created with you. Okay, they feel this third party interfering, okay, and that's why they're pushing so hard right now. Okay, even here there's three. Even here there's three. Okay, you are, whoever this reading's for, you're in a third party situation. Okay. Yeah. So what are you gonna do here, Cancer? Hello. Competition. Listen, what you're gonna do is you're gonna let this person, you want this person to compete for your love, okay? You're emotionally invested in your past person, okay, but physically you're getting your physical needs by the present person, okay? An illusion. Things are not as they appear. Subconscious patterns and hidden emotions may be at play, okay? And whether you know that this about yourself, okay, that you keep somebody on the back burner, and or this has been done to you and this has become a learned patterning, okay? But yeah, maybe you'll see this, maybe you won't. But either way, if you're dealing with a Cancer, you're competing for the time and attention, okay? Period. Dot. I will do, at the end, if anybody wants a mini personal, I will take one at the end of the reading. Yeah. Let's see. They are $20, and you can do the super chat feature, and or you can use Darkest Before the Dawn on Cash App, or Divination by Dawn on Venmo. Hi, Julian. So, anyway, Cancer, listen. Good luck. I'm not judging you. Do you? All right. You forgot your wallet. That's actually really funny. That's actually really funny. You know what? Did you learn anything about her? So, Leo, set a timer for 12:22, okay? Those numbers could be significant to you. You could be seeing 222. So, going in the right direction. Keep that same pace. Pacing yourself to finally finish a goal you set in 2015 to 2018. Okay, I'm seeing this as in 3-year increments. So you've been building whatever this is, or you've been trying to structure it for the last 3 years. Okay, or it'll manifest for you in the next 3 years, right? If you keep that same pace. I was also hearing freedom. So this wave is coming in threes. Everything comes in threes, okay? Deaths, births, it is the threefold of creation, okay? Some of you guys are still in the mirroring stage, I'm not going to lie to you, but the freedom, THREEDOM, and I was also getting 3rd time's a charm and 3-peat. Pete, and Pete, right? Repeat. So this may feel like a repetitive thing for you. And I was also, somebody's name's Wayne. I was also getting that Little Wayne song, 3-peat. And also, you're going to want to stay tuned for the Gemini Virgo reading. I'm going to do somebody's in an argument, right, over how the other expresses their Mercury, and the truth of the matter is both expressions are distorted, okay? And the 3-peat, how did I get that? Because in the Gemini reading I channeled For the Love of Bog, and lo and behold, I looked that up, and it's actually a movement to protect the wildlands. This like peat moss that acts as a sponge, right? The absorption, and it is biodiversity. Okay, I'm also seeing that as diversifying your portfolio. Okay, so keep that same pace, all right? And it's going to appear that you're doing the same thing, okay, but you're adding a new twist. Adding a new twist. I'm also hearing Oliver Twist. Let's look that up. Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist is the innocent orphan protagonist of Charles Dickens' 1838 novel. Known for his famous request, "Please, sir, I want some more." Yeah. You've gotten a taste of whatever this energy is and you want some more, okay? You've gotten a taste of this timeline and you want some more, okay? So the story follows his journey from poverty and abuse to a life among London's criminal underworld, where he is taken in by Fagin's gang of pickpockets before eventually being rescued by a kind gentleman. I almost said king there, right? Highlighting Dickens's critique of Victorian era poverty and social injustice. Okay, the fact that I said For the Love of Bog, and how it's a movement. You may be starting a whole movement and you don't even realize it yet, but movement in the right direction, okay? I'm hearing rags to riches. Like, you're going to have an amazing story to tell from this. And go watch my reading. It's a Gemini reading, The Greatest Story Ever Told, okay? Pisces energy. This is about your dreams coming to fruition, okay? Aligning with, okay? Aligning with. This is the year of alignment, right? How do you know that you're in alignment? Because you're not chasing validation. You don't care how something makes you look. You're not looking for others' approval. You're not in fear-based, you're not living in a fear-based reality, a fear of loss, a fear of not having your needs met. That three-peat, I'm seeing it, 3 pillars, okay? And yeah, you're not scared of losing, okay? And you're realizing the art of letting go, okay? You're realizing that, okay, whether this be like a piece of property that you had to keep up with, right? The keeping up with ownership. We don't own anything. We are just stewards of the land. Land. We are stewards. Okay, source owns everything. Okay, and when you let go of that, then your manifestations come in. Okay, I have a reading coming up, a transmission. I don't know if it'll be on the main channel or if it'll go on members, but the year of the locust. Okay, and the locust swarm is coming. Okay, but whether or not, right, it's about frequency. You will either get restored and be made anew, okay? All the years that were, all the time, okay, that you deem as wasted, all the things that you've lost, okay, will be restored. And or on the other end of that spectrum, okay, the sleepy masses, okay, they will get hit with the swarm of locusts, okay? And that isn't about hierarchy. It is about stewardship, okay? So, Pisces in the 3rd house, and I'm telling you, go watch those Gemini readings. Go watch, Gemini was on the last, all signs. And we have Mars here. This is about the house of the self, okay? Ooh-wee. All right, I'm seeing it. You are going through, it's the way that you think about yourself, okay? The disillusion, who you thought you were, okay? Let's say you were, that's it. All right. I'm hearing the name Charles, all right? Literally. So even if you did have a criminal mind, we'll say it like that. Even if you were in poverty and you had to do what you needed to do for the self, right? That survival mode, that's part of the old frequency that can't go with you, okay? In order to manifest what it is that you're wanting, okay? You're going to realize, okay, depending on where you're setting with yourself after this, the work that the average person, okay, spends 10 hours of working, okay, your manifestations will come in an hour versus 10 hours of a regular person, okay? Yeah. You're letting go of the old self, okay? Go watch my transmission on becoming no one, okay? Hi. The wallet comment, yeah. Leo. We are on Leo. Movement, choices, and decisions. And like I said, you're moving in the right direction. Keep that same momentum. Keep that same energy. Whatever you are doing now, it is working, okay? And they want you to keep at it, all right? Awareness. Ooh, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do in harmony. Okay, no longer that tug of war that I was saying. Okay, the ego self and the higher self, the shadow and the so-called light. All right, you know what choice to make for the self. Okay. I have a Leo here that's coming online, basically. Okay. Off the grid, but online to their connection to source. Okay, and like I said, remember at the end of the day, you are just a steward of the land. Okay, and now I'm seeing it. You're getting doses of this manifestation, doses of this dream coming in for you, okay, to see what you're going to do with it. Because if you were called to make a so-called, let's say, sanctuary or a movement, okay, and you're not doing that, and you're not sharing with others, okay, there will be no more where that comes from, basically, type of ish. So let me get you some advice from your guides, and then we are going to move on to the next sign. You're a Leo moon, period. High priestess, harness mystic power, and the way that these things are going to show up will be very mystical, okay? They will. There will be like no outside. You're learning to not have trust and faith, okay, in the workings of this realm, okay? It doesn't matter how it shows up, okay? Just mark my words. White witch, be the light. So this awareness and this high priestess card, you're going to see, all right, your manifestations come in quickly. Okay, like I said, 1 hour versus 10 hours. And you're going to see, they're giving me the Tower of Babel, okay? Set a time every day for you to unhook, okay? Get away from technology, get away from other people, okay, and reset. I have been sitting in the quiet other than being on here all day. Yeah, the doomsday scrolling. Okay, there's going to be a lot of stuff come across your news feed. All right, maybe stop. If you are a news watcher, maybe stop watching it all together. Okay, a lot of hooks are going out into the collective to incite fear so that you will go along back with the so-called matrix. Okay. You cannot lose anything that was given to you by the Most High, okay? If you do lose anything along the way right now, it's because there was hooks. They were hooks, expectations, and I'm seeing fine print, okay? So that's what I got for you, Leo. It wasn't clean. A Virgo, brave heart. Your mind is designed to thrive. All it takes is a single note. A brief record of facts, topics, or thoughts written down to aid memory. Specific sound characterized by pitch. How high or low. A duration. Money or banknotes. Promissory note. To pay a certain amount. Impressive or difficult. High note. I'm seeing this as singing or laughing all the way to the bank, okay? And this is also giving me on a lower note. The Aries reading, okay? The price. Money or banknote, a promissory note to pay a certain amount. So if you have any debts, okay, make sure that you pay them. Somebody may, owe you a debt, all right? And yeah, there's something here about a debt. For somebody here, okay, I don't like to tell people this, but if you are like gambling or playing the lottery, okay, I see somebody hitting big and screaming, okay. Yeah, let me see. I'm hearing the 8. The 8. I'm seeing like triple 8s. 888. The 888 portal will be significant for you. Somebody could be a singer here. All right. One more. Ooh, destruction. Radical change comes suddenly. Clearing space to build something new. I'm seeing this as debt. For some of you guys, this is debt, okay? If you owe a debt, okay, it may put you out. Yeah. Some of you guys owe a debt. Or if a debt is paid to you, okay, there has to be some sort of space, okay? There's an energetic tie here that needs to be paid off, okay, in order for this channel to open up for you, okay? Some of you guys, your house could have burnt or something like this, okay? You're going to be getting a settlement, but I'm seeing something about a settlement. Some of you guys have a, like settling out of court, something like this, in defeat. A painful ending. Some of you guys, this money, all right, this debt was from a family member or a friend, okay, and yeah, the fact that it didn't get paid back, or the fact that they're taking you to court or something like this, really hurts. Some of you guys, this person had the money to help you out or something like this, okay, and living in luxury, all right, and they didn't. But I'm also seeing this luxury come in for you after you do this clearing, okay? You're gonna feel defeated, all right, and that's so that you don't depend on anything outside of the self, okay? And then I see this luxury coming in. I'm really getting here that you're going to be made an example out of, okay? Some of you guys lost it all, or you come really close to losing it all. Some of you guys have come really close to losing a house, okay? But I see you getting back on your feet, all right? Yeah, I'm seeing this backstabbing energy. This could be a forewarning here, not to not to learn. To learn from this, okay? Not to loan money out to friends or family, okay? Because, right, the emotional, and then we have learning, okay? If you just give it to them, okay? Give it to them free of anything back in return if you must. But that way you're not holding out, you're not holding your breath back to get paid back, and there won't be any bad blood. And I told you, there goes that good luck. If you feel the need to go play the lottery, go stick a 5 in the damn coin slot, you know, go do that. If you feel the need to go invest in something, okay, go do that, because I see it paying off for you, okay? I see it paying off for you. Somebody here could have got struck by lightning, all right? For real, for real. This lightning could be a metaphor for this quick idea, okay, for you to capitalize off of it. Watch people taking up too much of your time where you're not implementing these ideas, okay? You're not taking action on these ideas. And listen, this is coming from an idea. There goes that crown chakra, okay? You're going to get a sudden realization on how to move, okay? And I do see you reaping the rewards from it, okay? And I'm seeing this as cha-ching, okay? Awareness. All right, Virgo. You're a Virgo sun. Listen, that SGA, that saga, is reminding me of that reading we did earlier, okay? I can't remember which one it was. Go check out the All Signs Part 1. So, I need a drink. I think it was the Pisces reading. Libra, fishing for a better way to go about something. You could be literally fishing, okay? I've seen somebody here ask somebody a lot of questions, okay, to see what the other person likes, okay? Maybe use a different bait. If it doesn't work at night, how about the day? making what you feel known, or you will continue to repel the fish away. More flies with honey. Somebody here, okay, maybe you're trying to be flashy or something like this, or buy this person's attention, or you're trying to be, maybe there's like bragging or something here, or this is happening to you, okay, but really in all actuality, whoever this is wants simplicity, okay. The water, the bait is giving me a depth, okay. The shiny bait, what do they call that, a lure, isn't working, okay. It doesn't work at night. How about the day? And the day is giving me being your true self, okay, not hiding under the illusion or the covering of the moon, okay, and not keeping your feelings hidden towards this person, because what this person is looking for is depth, okay. So yeah. More flies with honey. Okay, that's giving me perhaps the way this person comes across, or you, okay, is ornery, mean, or like they say, like underhanded compliments or something like this. All right, and it's giving this person mixed emotions, mixed feelings, mixed signals. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. It is greatly appreciated, and it really does help out the channel. You're welcome. Are we not using this one? Closed off, guarded, and resistant. And there's resistance here because this person or you knows that this person's closed off from their emotions, okay? And notice it's in the dark. It kind of does look like it's a little bit underwater, right? Ego, vanity, and pride, I told you. Yep, the shiny stuff, okay? Regret, repression, renewal, and spark. Somebody here is regretting, okay? They know what they're doing in real time, okay? And they do it anyway, okay? It's like they get too close to the flame and they get burned. There goes that Neptune. All right, the rose-colored glasses, and they get too close, all right, and yeah, they get burned up by this other person's flame or light, right, which causes them to recess, okay, which causes an ego response. It triggers the ego, okay, and this person knows that they're doing it in real time, but they feel even worse when they are by themselves, okay, and then they sit in regret. All right, for some of you guys, you haven't talked to this person in 3 months, I'm hearing, okay, 30 days or something like this, or you haven't seen this person, or you haven't spent time with this person in 30 days, all right, but there's like, this person's like having to detox from their own fucking ego, okay? Libra. Maybe this person, when you talk to this person, they are buzzed up or drunk, okay, and they're underwater, or this is you, okay, that liquid courage. And then what really comes out is word vomit, okay. A need for spiritual freedom is leading you away from outdated belief systems. Woo-wee. Somebody here, okay, whoever the one is that is standing in their truth, okay, this person is getting triggered. Wherever your black moon Lilith is, okay, I would suggest looking at that. There may maybe squared with this person's, or yeah, okay. Yeah, and it's pushing this person. Okay, and how the reason why this is happening is because whoever this is in this ego energy, it doesn't survive. Their ego does not survive around this other person. Okay, period, dot. Period, and gets triggered. Okay, and this other person isn't going to step down into distortion. Okay, that's why nothing is working. Okay, that's why they're telling you, okay, if it doesn't work at night, how about the daytime? Making what you feel known, or will continue to repel the fish away. More flies with honey. Okay, and that's exactly what's happening here. That is exactly what's happening here. Okay. Will this person succumb to their own ego, right? Engagement ring, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. This person may have bought you a piece of jewelry or something, coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. And there's a friendship here. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. This person acts this way because of a past failed relationship. Did you just hear that? I'm hearing raindrops keep falling on my head. Heartbroken, deeply hurt. Soul separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, okay, and mourning. And there has been some sort of halt in communication, or like I said, you haven't seen this person in a while, but they are re-looking over their past interactions with you. Okay, they miss talking to you. And for some of you here, okay, this person, maybe you gave this person a piece of jewelry back, or they've been sitting on something for you and they don't want to give it to you because at the time, they bought it out of ego. So, you know, is this person really, you know, yeah, they see it, but are they going to, you know, do what it needs to be done to be able to come to you again is the real question. Okay, so Libra. Going to happen here. We have revenge, plotting, payback, punishing, getting even. This person, you may be withholding things, okay, on purpose, or this person is in jealousy. There we have it. Rumors, pettiness, being envious, talking behind back, and this person's doing things to get your attention, and or this is you, okay. Wrong reasons, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain, and they didn't know what to do. Okay, they don't know whether or not they can do away with the ego, and that's the honest truth. Okay, so hi Cheyenne. Overthinking. Playing negative scenarios in your head is creating issues which weren't there at first. And this is what this person keeps doing on repeat. The peat and repeat. Okay, the three-peat. Go watch the Leo reading. Leo rules the ego. Okay? So, yeah. We're moving on. Scorpio. Call back your energy. Many are pulling on you by thinking of you. Think of it as streaming you. It's because of the way you make them feel. You awaken the solar plexus, the heart, and the third eye. Some in a lower state. Makes them nervous because they don't understand it from their level. And others, this excites. So you're getting mixed emotions here from people, and because they don't understand it, they're viewing you from a lens of awareness that they can't tune into. So They can't perceive you fully. And others, this excites, okay? You feel a lot of people pulling on your energy at this time, okay? How will this show up? Okay, you all of a sudden start thinking of somebody. This person could pop up in your dream state. Okay. It could be as simple as what is not said, okay, or the avoidance energy, okay. But either with both are correct, okay, and it's about resonance, okay. It's about resonance. So you're like a built-in blocker. You have a built-in blocker, okay. Those that aren't coming at you for the right reasons or in the right energy, they can't perceive you fully, okay. And they will always poke at or try to discredit what it is that they cannot understand. So, you know, if people are acting funny, that's why. Or it's giving me buffer, okay. And even the ones that don't understand you, okay, they're still pulling on your energy, okay. The neural network, you may want to go watch my reading on that. So what is this? We had the moon jump there. We have the 9th house, Sagittarius, right? Virgo and Mars energy, Scorpio and Aries. Okay, you're picking up on a lot of sexual energy. I know for me personally, I had a dream last night, an intimate dream, we'll say it like that, of somebody who I've never been intimate with. And yeah, I don't think of them like that. So yeah. Right, the 9th house is about higher learning, okay. Thinking, right, the thinking mind. You get people thinking, okay. You spark them, right, which is why the Mars energy is here. And Mars is also a co-ruler of Pluto, right. It's also sexual energy. Virgo is about the physical health, body, routines, analytical thinking, right? They can't, somebody from only thinking from a logical brain can't perceive somebody who is more intuitive, vice versa, okay? They can't categorize you. They don't know what they're looking at fully. All right, so what are we even using here? For somebody here, they don't know why they're so pulled to you, okay? They haven't figured that out yet. And it's because you're representing an aspect of themselves that they've either exiled or they're too scared to be, or yeah, a part that they haven't even realized, haven't even perceived yet. So find inner peace, practice meditation, deep breathing, or yoga to quiet the mind. Don't let stress and anxiety control your thoughts and emotions. And these are your thoughts and your emotions, okay? Where our thoughts go, our energy flows, okay? And the same with emotions, okay? And you feel all these different things for all these whoever this is, these people pulling on your energy, okay? A lot of you guys right now are in your safe space, okay? Your home is your sanctuary, your sanctuary, okay? A rarity. You feel like home, okay? Your energy is a rarity. Conflict. Disagree boldly. Forgive openly. Healthy conflict strengthens bonds. And right there goes that push-pull energy, okay? The healthy conflict and the conflict of what it is that you incite in them, okay? There's a reason why I have a deck here. The death card energy, the forest through the trees. People may tell you all the time that you remind them of blank, or you look like blank. And it's because the mind wants to draw connections, okay? They can't perceive you, so they are trying to pull from memory and see who you are like, okay? Like a synonym, okay? Because they can't quite put the finger on it. And or what you are inciting in these people are old things that have not been closed, okay? An open story of maybe somebody who passed away, an ex, a family member who they haven't talked to. But like I was saying, there is a reason why the death card has a mirror for a face, okay? And it's not so much, it's what you're reflecting, pieces of themselves that you are reflecting back to them, okay? So, yeah. Well, target, a goal-oriented person, right? And you're making your mark. You're hitting them targets, okay? This could be what you see in people as well, okay? Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Mice, discord among friends or family, and there we have it. Because they can't perceive you, okay? They can't put you in a box, they can't put you in a label, and they can't quite put their finger on your energy, okay? They may think that you're insincere, okay, because you no longer, you know, do the things that you once did. Your neutrality or lack of emotional hook, okay? Lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Your attachments, these old attachments, okay? They're no more, okay? You may have recently told somebody something and it hit the nail on the head, okay? I'm seeing this as, right, the black sheep energy, okay? And when you're no longer around, it's really hard yeah, the blame game, okay? So do be looking out for that, okay? Don't take it personally if you are still somebody who does take these things personally, because it isn't personal to you. It is actually very personal to them, and what you're showing them. You're showing pieces of themselves to themselves. So the serving of others, the details of do what you must, and you can think of it as part of your service work, part of your what's the word I'm looking for here? It's part of your energy. It's part of your design, your human design. Do what you must do in the serving of others, okay? It's giving me it is what it is energy. Diplomatically, relationships, get a fair deal. Yeah. You quit giving to things that didn't give to you equally, okay? And now you're a bad guy, is what I'm getting. Patiently, what you want, get what you need. And you started focusing on yourself. If you're not getting your emotional needs met, okay, bye, see ya. We're going to 86 that. If you are giving more of your finances or whatever, nope, we're not doing that anymore. I'm seeing this more so as your time, okay, and you're really going to start enjoying yourself, or you have been, okay, and now all of a sudden I'm seeing it. You're selfish, right? Yeah. Let me get you a message from your guides. Don't forget to hit that like button, Scorpio. Hi, Krista. Hi, RC. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. And somebody here does want to heal something with you, okay? But you have a sacred role here, okay? This is helping people realize the self, okay? And it is healing, even though these people are viewing this as a personal attack. So if you get nervous, focus on service. This is part of your service, okay? Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Go watch the Leo reading, okay? Because you're in service to source, all right? It is, yes, it does help out the collective, okay? But you are not... the discord is coming from the things that you've left behind that you no longer resonate with, okay? These old hooks to old timelines, okay? And those people are pulling on your energy because they're pulling on a past version of you, okay? Guardian angel, you are not alone, and you're finding feathers, all right? You're seeing feathers. Stargazer, set your sights higher. And you did. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Autumn, release the old and rest. Okay, some of you guys are still learning to let go, okay? And that's okay too. So, Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Stay rooted in who you are, okay? When you know thyself, okay, and you've rooted, all right, your Earth star is rooted in Mother Gaia. Nobody can take you outside of yourself. Workshops and seminars. Some of you guys are meant to teach others, okay? Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. Okay, some of you guys are learning who to share this with, okay? Because not everybody is open to it. For me, for instance, I have my South Node, okay? And the issue comes when I give too much information too quickly, and or right, the capacity beyond somebody else's perception. Yeah, okay. When I tell somebody I see their patterning and exactly how it's going to end prematurely, okay, yeah, I had to learn not to do that. So that could be something that you are going through. Yeah. So I did have my readings open earlier, but I don't think I'm going to do any more this evening. I may hop on again this week and do open readings, like $20 mini readings. If you want to purchase an actual reading, the number is in the description box. Or you can get a hold of me at divinationbydawn8@gmail.com. So, Sagittarius, you're the last one. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it in my voice. I do have a Scorpio reading ready. And Gemini and Virgo will be together this go around. So we have a battle. We have a battle of Mercury going on between distorted Gemini and distorted Virgo energy. Okay. So you ever not want to, but then you do, and then don't. Up, down, all around. You're here and there, round and round. Bouncing the ball, you lose it, then find it, and the once shiny inflated ball is flat and faded over time. It's okay to let it go. I'm going to say that again. You ever not want to, but then you do, and then don't, question mark. Up, down, all around. You're here, you're there. Round and round, bouncing the ball, you lose it, then find it, And the once shiny inflated ball is flat and faded over time. It's okay to let it go. Sagittarius. It sounds to me, okay, that you're being hard on yourself for dropping the ball, possibly on yourself, on somebody else, okay? And this ball is giving me an overinflated ego as well. But, yeah, or you've held on to something so long, okay, that it's discolored, okay? The air is out of it, okay? It no longer has buoyancy. Yeah. This is giving me like acting on an idea possibly that you have, but it no longer has buoyancy, so it's harder to get off the ground. 4th house, Cancer. We have Jupiter in Cancer, and your ruling sign is in Cancer right now. We have Sagittarius in the 3rd house. The 314 axis. Go watch your latest reading that I did. Yeah. Will you look at that? Okay. Just look at it. Look how, reality. Okay. Look how weird it is, right? Yeah. Okay. You're hitting the same, it's the same cycle that you were in. Okay. And, what's happening there? I see it. So what's happening there is either perhaps you are the changed one. Okay. You have to be. Okay. And the person that you're trying to reach is no longer there. And or the growth. Okay. There's no longer buoyancy. It's harder to get off the ground. So too much time has passed on. Did y'all just see that? All right. So either you, the interest, okay, the loss of interest, okay, and or you're viewing somebody as lost interest in whatever this is, okay, and giving it another chance, whatever, okay. And we have North Node in the 5th house. This is about your confidence, okay? We also have 4th house again, okay? Cancer symbol. This is about your confidence, okay? To speak. Yeah, okay. To bring light to what it is that you've been keeping in. Okay, we have 4-4. Listen, we have 4 4s here. 4. 4. Lots of Cancer energy, okay? You can't run from your emotions. You can't run from the hidden part of your own self. You can't run from your psyche. You can't run from these unconscious behaviors anymore. Okay? And this could be you trying to get back to an old past version of yourself, and you're realizing that that's not working for you. Okay? So you ever not want to, but then you do, and then don't. So I'm seeing this as regret. Okay, you could have done something here recently where that you thought that's what you wanted at the time, and you come to find out that it's not. Okay, you've outgrown this situation. You try to step back into a pair of old shoes of yours that no longer fit. Okay, they stink. The soles are coming undone. You've lost one shoestring. Okay, and those Nikes are no longer Nikes. Okay, they're missing the N on the side, and they look like Ikes. Somebody's name could be Ike. Okay, but it's not working. Okay, you went back to a past situation and it's not working, and you regretted it instantly. So you ever not want to, but then you do, and then don't. Up, down, all around. You're here and there, round and round, bouncing the ball. Some of you guys, like I said, the bouncing the ball, okay, you could have bounced the ball for so long, okay, that you lost it. And then this could be your own sanity. All right, and then you find it again. Ooh. You're looking for an energy. First, this will be a very specific. This will be for my, aware one. Okay, you're looking for a specific energy. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, you're here, there, round and round, bouncing the ball. You lose it, then find it, and the once shiny inflated ball is flat and faded over time. It's okay to let it go. Some of you guys, you went back to a past person, okay, and you regretted it instantly because that feeling wasn't there anymore, okay. The love had faded, okay, because, right, it wasn't real love, okay. Some of you guys are stepping out of this here matrix, okay, and good for you. All right, good for you. What are we using for this? Shuffling for Sagittarius. The story of Samson and Delilah could go. All right. Demonic attachments. And need you mind, I made these cards, okay, before my vocabulary expanded. Yeah, this is a distortion. Running with the devil. This was an addiction of yours, okay, an obsession, an addiction, or the ties, the chains that you are bound to the situation you felt as you view it. She's a hearted snake. Look into those eyes. They've been telling lies. Some of you guys, okay, you went back to an old person, okay? And I'm seeing the snake as wisdom, okay? I'm seeing this as an activation, okay? That snake is your DNA, your tree of life, okay? And even though you were awake, you tried to nod back out on yourself and go back to this way of being, and you're realizing that you can't. It's a yes, okay? Period, dot. You couldn't find your peace within the bitterness that burns. And there's no peace here, okay? You can't go back to sleep. You can't pretend not to know what you know. Okay, you can't pretend that this person, it's like watching an old snowy capped TV, okay, being glued to it. You can't unknow the fact that this person is lost to the grid, okay? There's nothing in there. It's just you try to go back to a rerun, okay? This person's running on a script. This person is deep in their programming, and it's just not feasible. And you try to go back to your own programming, okay? And you just couldn't do it, okay? Source wouldn't let you do it. Something within you had already been stirred enough where you could not unknow what you know now. So even though this person persuaded you, right? Or you persuaded yourself. Written communication with intention of influence or convince reader to believe an idea or opinion to do an action. This could have been other family members, whatever, okay? But you were swayed, for some of you, swayed to go back. Like a bird without a song, and a bird without a song, okay? A bird without truth and inner truth, right? And for a Sagittarius, that is walking Dante's Inferno every single day. The amount of pain you endure and what you do with it is what makes you a star defending a title. defending a position, okay? But you've outgrown that position, okay? And it's time for you to heal. The Star card is Aquarius energy, okay? It's time for you to heal and find your song again, okay? So, anyway. Let me get you some advice from your guides. Don't forget to hit that like button. It is greatly appreciated. And it does help out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Okay? $1:11 on the clock. I know one flipped. Yep. Anyway, Eagle, see from a higher perspective. And you do. You tried to zoom back in too closely to something that you already seen. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing, and that's your medicine, okay? Honoring your truth. Honoring the truth inside of you. And I told you, it's a time for healing, okay? The venom is the antidote. You have, who I'm talking to, you have a Chiron placement, okay? And that is where your wound, your core wound sets at. So where is this placement? This is around your identity. Okay. This is around your identity. Who you built yourself to be, okay, around these wounds. So the collective is a Sag. I'm the Aquarius. all I can tell you right now is that, yeah, they want you to care and nurture yourself and have compassion for that aspect of yourself, okay? They want you to put the focus back on yourself, okay? So, y'all, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do single sign transmissions. Join members if you feel guided to. yeah, other than that, be looking out for the Scorpio, Virgo, and Gemini readings, okay? Take care of yourselves. Peace, love, and light.